Ladies and gentlemen, Mixow back with a brand new build video. In today's video we're gonna have a look on a Holy Ascension build, but this video is kinda different to the usual one. We also have a look on a ALAR based build where I show you which skill card you should use and which skills you should aim for. But before we start the video, one thing I want to mention now, and this needs to be said, is this is just a build. It's not a masterpiece. I think many of you guys already played this build, and many of you guys maybe know, hey, you don't skill this, you don't skill that, you don't skill that. True, but I do it. Okay, I see a lot of comments and I receive a lot of messages where I'm getting questioned why this skill and why don't you use this skill for it. Some are right and some are so wrong in many ways. I think a lot of you guys don't know how I work with a build, how I start to build actually the build I want to use. I starting watching the meta. So, and if I got the meta, I'm going to build around this meta, this special build. But to do this, I need a base build. I need a build where I can start playing around. I need a build where I can join the arena, face different builds, and then can say to myself, okay, I have to change this, I have to change that. And after quite some games, I got this build, what I upload on YouTube and where I share it with you guys. And the important part for me is I want to give you a build where you can play around. I want to give you a build where you can start making your own, and especially to have fun with. And I think many of you guys already forgot why we playing games. Like, it's all about the fun, isn't it? And of course we want to give you guides, we want to tell you how you can actually play this game and want to share it with you guys. And I'm sure I'm also speaking here for McDoubles, for maybe for Panda, for Oregon and Shira, for all the content creator for Ascension. I'm sure I'm also speaking for them. Every build what we are going to show you, of course, it is not a masterpiece. It will never be a masterpiece, but it's a basement where you can start and can do your own build with it. All right? Well, enough talk. Let's jump right into this build, okay? Starting right away with the legendary random enchant Holy Ascension. You know guys, fun fact, Holy Ascension was actually the first random enchant which wrecked me really hard in the battlegrounds, and it took me a while until I played it, but I did and I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys will have it too. Holy Ascension reduce the cooldown of your Holy Fire by 3 seconds. After casting Holy Fire, your next spell is Empowered. Smite deals 50%, 20% to player of course, additional damage. Exorcism increase all holy damage you deal to the target by 5% for 15 seconds. Holy Shock guaranteed to critical strike and increase its damage and healing done by 20%. Before I show you the random enchants, what makes this random enchant so strong? It is just the damage you deal. You got your Holy Fire which deals a lot of damage, then you got a Holy Shock which can crit, which is a guaranteed crit, and then you got your Smite which deals also a lot of damage. Like, every single spell is dealing so much damage, and you guys will have fun with it in the arena, believe me, or in the battleground. I'm not sure if this can work in the PvE ground, like in dungeons or something, or in raids, but you guys have to find it out and just tell me in the comment section down below, because this build got not a single AoE skill. Maybe it can work with Holy Nova, but we just focusing on PvP. And let's have a look on the random enchants now, starting with an epic one called Swift Justice. When Surge of Light triggers from a non-holy spell, it no longer prevents critical hitting with Smite or Flash Heal. Consuming Surge of Light grants you 1% spell haste for 12 seconds and stacking up to 5 times. To understand this random enchants, we have to look the talent tree. Surge of Light. Your direct damage and healing spell criticals have a 50% chance to cause your next Smite or Flashy spell to be instant cast, cost no mana, and deal 60% more damage to monsters, but be incapable of critical hit. This effect lasts 10 seconds. That means the only way we can proc this random enchant is to use Shadow Fury, Death Coil, Thunderstorm, or the other non-holy spells. So maybe you guys thinking, oh, that's too shabby, but no, it is not. It procced a lot for me, guys, believe me, and it helped me to win some quite good games. The next random enchant is Pendulum, and it's quite a basement random enchant, you can call that like that, for casters. It will give you 3% spell haste if you are above 50% mana, and if you under 50% mana, you will receive 3% spell critical strike. There are also one option you could play with Exorcism, for example Cleanse in Flames. Your Exorcism ability increases the duration of your Holy Fire by 4 seconds. In addition, your Exorcism now deals 20% more damage against target afflicted by Holy Fire. But we don't play Exorcism in this build, but you could use that if you want to play it. But Mixow, why you don't play Exorcism? The legendary will increase its damage. Because Exorcism got a cooldown and it's not too short, like 10-second cooldown, and I mean, I really don't want to press like 5 damage and skills in arena. It's just too much and unnecessary. Okay, you are good to go with Holy Fire, with Holy Shock, Penance and Smite. That's all you need. Coming to the last epic random enchant, one of the most important if you want to play this build, my opinion, it is Holy Chains. Your Holy Fire will shackle your target and will reduce their movement speed by 70% for 3 seconds. And that means you got enough time to cast all of your rotation on the enemy. And calling the rotation by his name, we're gonna move forward and I'm gonna show you what is my rotation actually in arena. If we jumping right into the arena, we always pressing Shadow Fury and then starting with Holy Fire into a guaranteed crit with Holy Shock, and afterwards we pressing Smite. If the enemy tries to run behind the pillar, just press Penance and you're good to go. You also can, of course, if you Shadow Fury him, use all of your CDs that you have. That will give you a amount of pressure on the enemy, and this will force them to use some death cooldowns in the beginning of the game. There are some reasons why I don't use Holy Fire into a Smite and then Holy Shock. I think this is for many clear, because I use Holy Fire and then Holy Shock, because Holy Shock can also proc Surge of Light, which makes my Smite be an instant cast. And you got a good chance that Surge of Light is not proccing, and if you're casting Holy Fire, you get the Holy Ascension buff, which makes your Holy Shock a guaranteed crit. And it's just more worth to press Holy Shock before you pressing Smite. And you guys, you see that I'm using a lot of Frost Nova, Shadow Fury, Trap, Wyvern Sting, Death Coil, a lot of CCs that can prevent the enemy to come closer to me, because we are not using any slows except the Holy Chains. And we need those skills because we need the gap and we need the range to press our rotation right. Jumping from the rotation right into the gear requirements, and yes, there are no real gear requirements in this game to be honest, but if you want to play this build, I would suggest you play the mage set, which will give you an increased speed buff every 15 seconds, or you're using the warlock set, which will give you an increased damage buff if you're falling below 35% of your HP. Well, that's so far my experience with the Holy Ascension on Area 52, but what about the Holy Ascension on ALAR? Let's coming right to the ALAR server now. Alright, I get that many people of you are thinking that ALAR is kinda RNG and the skills are hard to get, but guys, believe me, it's not that hard how it looks. I mean, skills like Smite or Holy Fire, believe me, those are commons. You will get that as you level or when you got the Hand of Fates cards. And I know if you choose a build on ALAR, it's different to choose a build on Area 52, because you can just simple change it on Area 52, but you can't change it that easy on ALAR. If you want to play a build, you have to play this build because you got the skills for it, because you wrote the skills for it. And as you put time and effort in it, believe me, you will receive all the skills that you need. And if you're a new player, a fresh player who just started playing on Ascension and you want to play on ALAR, but you don't have any skill cards, don't even matter, guys. You don't need it. It's just to make you progress faster. But when you put time and effort into one hero, you will receive, like I said, every single skill. And guys, skills like Smite, Holy Fire, Holy Shock, those are skills that are not hard to get. So maybe that's the reason why this build is easy to play actually and easy to get. But if you're asking me, when you got skill cards, what skill cards you should get, then I would say, if we're talking about 4 skills, maybe you take Arcane Power, Icy Veins, Wyvern Sting and Shadow Fury. I will put 2 different builds in my info box down below. One build is for Area 52 and the other one is for ALAR. Feel free to use this build, make it better and have fun with it. Let me know in the comment section down below, how did you like this build, guys? Okay guys, that's it with the Holy Ascension build I've made for you. I know, okay, I'm not the best PvP casting player, alright? This is also not my intention to be, like, I really just want to play melee mainly. But of course, I'm gonna do a lot more caster builds, and I hope you're gonna like it. I hope you guys gonna get some nice experience with it, and just let me know in the comment section down below if I could help you, or maybe you got some other questions or information. Just hit me up, okay? Just let me know, guys. You know I will help where I can. And like I said, it is not a masterpiece, but it can become your masterpiece. Maybe you need this build to find your own main build after this build. All right, and if you want to see more content, more builds, more streams, subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section down below how did you like it. We're gonna see us in the next video. Keep it simple, keep it basic. Yo, Mixow. Bye bye.